Guests from across the world have gathered in the heart of Scotland for the Duke of Lennox's grand ball. A weekend of glittering splendour and hidden agendas. Beneath the poise, whispers and deals swirl around a fabled sword said to grant royal power. Among the guests, two rival factions converge, with the coveted sword at their centre, the crown up for grabs, and subtlety their weakest skill. Welcome to the most charming political meltdown of the season.
If the crown needs someone with lineage and posture, well, I'm an excellent candidate.
The Duke can throw a good ball. I give him that. Shame he could never throw support behind the women who can outright him. I asked him once, just once, to support my noble. I was once his confidant, or his muse, or maybe just his editor. Depends on who you ask, and how many glasses of brandy they've had. But the Duke loves a relic the way some men love a mistress. Close enough to boast, far enough to keep you guessing. The sword is not about history, it's leverage, power. He dangles it in front of Victoria to make her feel chosen, and the Templars to feel restless. We all see the game he's playing.
Victoria hired me to find the sword of Attila, ancient relic, supposedly cursed. The Knights Templar are dramatic like that. She showed me this scroll from the Duke that she says names the destined heir. If you know fluent Latin and squint a bit.
It was behind a false panel in the archival wing. If the prophecy is real, it points to me. Or at least someone Victoria adjacent.
I know the scroll she's talking about. The real one's in Charles' study, so not exactly what she thinks, but with a few edits to it, I could clarify some things.
One magic sword, one prophetic scroll, and one me. It's quite the case.
If we don't stop this, she'll declare herself queen by brunch.
He chose her over his own family, and he's parading her around like he's already given her the crown. Meanwhile, I'm left with silence, scandal, and a seat near the hedge with bees. Yes, that fool. He's my brother. So my husband's invitation was what? Misplaced by a courier pigeon.
Strange. Although our ballroom was never built for your kind of theatrics.
Says the man who teared up when his souffle collapsed at breakfast.
You know exactly what I did to protect the family name. I did everything for this family, and there's more lines and stuff. It cuts there.
Oh, he's so charming when he's cornered. Tragic, manipulative, and mildly intoxicating. Like opera or arsenic. Whichever one you prefer.
Charles has broken sacred oaths. The sword belongs hidden, far from golden capes and prying eyes. My husband died protecting it, and the Duke swore the same vow. Nobody knew private tours and decorative maps were part of his plan. I half expected souvenir mugs.
You give people a sword, they build a monarchy. You give me a sword, I ignite a revolution. Because when the people rise, the barricades blaze, and the air tastes of rebellion. truly let things go too far. And he leads on that sword.
He means well, which is tragic because he's always disastrously wrong.
I give it a week before she puts a throne in the conservatory, velvet ropes and all. I mean, sure, let her rule. I'll be in the hedge maze, rallying the gardeners first. We rise at dusk!
She's existed longer than anyone reasonably should. And she always knows more than she ought to.
Impressive.
My dear friends, how lucky we are. A room full of the finest mix of allies, adversaries, and undecided. But we're not just here to admire the roses. We're here to engage, exchange, perhaps rival a little, over lawn games and brandy. So, to old friends, new ideas, and the secrets that this garden may overhear.
I've seen this dance before. Power, prophecy, and poorly dressed monarchs. Once in 1347, again in 1683. And briefly last June in this garden courtyard in Wiltshire. Sword, it's not a gift. It's a burden. One we sealed away for a reason. And naturally, the Duke has marked its resting place on commemorative napkins.
No one sent me an invite, but here I am. Years ago, the Templars asked me to guard the truth and keep my questions to myself. And I did, for a while. Until I realized they were holding leverage, not history. So I left. Took a few souvenirs, maps, letters, nothing dramatic, just the location of the sword. The Freemasons want a symbol. The Templars want control. And no, I'm not telling the Freemasons either. Especially not at a party with string quartets and finger food. They'll all learn what happens when you treat a legend like a ladder.